Good morning. Merry Christmas, Festivus, Kwanzaa, whatever you're celebrating today. It is freaking cold here today. And the wind is something. In fact, I could actually feel the wind going through my shoes, my sneakers. It's such a strong wind. But I'm not getting cold feet about walking. Well, for those of you out there celebrating, we should be aware of the fact that we're lucky because hopefully we're well, we're with family, we have shelter, we may have work, but not everybody does. And that's not a cause for us to be guilty, but it is something that we should be aware of and do what we can to help others. Wish that only the president thought that way. He sent out a Twitter that said Merry Christmas, right? And he gave a statement last night, which I only read about. I couldn't listen to it. I'd pull somebody else's hair out if I listened to it. It's not just the hypocrisy, it's the cruelty. It's like royalty saying to the sans culottes, let them eat cake, and then being surprised when they're guillotined. We don't do that. We did throw him out of office. And as we anticipated, day by day, until he's gone, he'll do and say terrible and boorish and inhumane things. So what is so boorish and inhumane about him wishing Merry Christmas? He has before him a bill that would deal with the hungry, and the homeless, and the jobless, and the small businesses that need help, that would spread the vaccines to those places that don't have it, to people who need it. And early signs indicate that at least there is an adverse reaction. So it has some promise. So he goes to his resort, Mar-a-Lago, and he wishes everybody Merry Christmas. And he has the bill sitting on his desk, down there, no doubt, and he's not doing anything about it. Part of me predicts that he will do something by Sunday night. The reason I say that is because does he not sign this bill, it not only affects those who are struggling in this wintry season, supposedly of shared love and embrace, but it also closes down the government, because there's a bill to keep the government going. And then there are so many others who will suffer as a result of his inaction. It makes you wonder on what level he's motivated. We know he's inhumane. Is he doing this for Russia, causing chaos, compromising our government and the people around us? Well, he has to know he's doing that. And you have to wonder how that appeals to any segment of society, particularly since a large number of his supporters are in that category of people who need help. I think we should remember what the original Christmas message was. And think of it, it was a couple, a husband and wife, the woman pregnant, and what was their problem? They were looking for a place to stay. They were homeless. And they went to the inn and they couldn't find a place to stay. Trump is that person in a symbolic way to that old Christmas story. And so finally they found a place to stay. But as the story goes, it was in a barn of some sort and a manger. But they did find a place to stay. If there's a message of Christmas, whether you look at it in a secular way or otherwise, that is the message: charity to those who need it in this season, a place to stay, food to eat. And Trump would deny that to the people he supposedly leads in a nation he's supposedly going to preserve and protect, the Constitution. Now, I am so glad to be of that number of people who went to the polling places and sent in mail-in ballots and voted him out of office. It's one of the best acts this nation has done in memory. I am upset with Democrats who have played with this bill, meaning suggesting that they could revise this monstrous bill by just changing $600 to $2,000. But their political failure and their easy play by Trump doesn't excuse Trump and what he's done. It doesn't excuse those Republicans who stand by or those Democrats. We're in a bad place, and our government has to be fixed at every level. And the first and most important way has been getting rid of Trump. So have a too large meal today, embrace each other. I'd recommend staying out of the cold as much as you can. My wife Holly and I wish you a Merry Christmas or Kwanzaa or Festivus or just a good day to be home with your family. So all the best. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.